When Muhammad had people pray in ancient Medina and Mecca, it was to help the Holy Family focus on what needed to be done and to get people to focus on that which was right. Because when people do things that are wrong, they become excessive and compulsive. When he used to take trips with his uncle, who was a merchant, they would go through all these old Sumerian ruins. And the Hebrews and the Canaanites didn't build big cities and monuments that were destructive like the Sumerians and the Egyptians and the other planet destroyers. And planet destroyers, they get you dependent on the things that they do that are excessive and compulsive to make your quote life better. Now, when you make life better, you do it right. You share a care, given accordance to need, built to last. And there's parts in the Bible. There's Acts and Kings and a lot of the things that are changed by the Romans, turned into an opulent show of possessive pronoun, first person God, bastardization and abomination. You can't say worship because you're not worshiping God when you refer to God as the first person or possessive pronoun. Okay. That's what got the people in the Holocaust mass murdered. That's what gets people mass murdered. That's what's got these people that call themselves Muslims mass murdered. Allah is their God. And your God is not God. And like the Bene Gesserit do me. Okay. And they have, because of the occupation in the Iberian Peninsula for years and years and years, that biological condition and psychological conditioning, there's a brain injury, and once that happens, they revert to that type of activity. That's why Jennifer Lopez is so Puerto Rican. I come from northern migration people that migrate away. Let's go to Canada. Let's just go. No one wants to live there. We'll make it work. Just get away from these conquerors. William the Conqueror, Roland the Great, Ramses the Great. Let's just get away from them. I don't want to have to kill them all. And that's the funny part. I love them, and I don't want to have to kill them all. I love people. I don't want to have to kill people. I want to play lacrosse side by side with their kids, and I want to watch their kids play lacrosse together. We're not killing each other. We're having fun and showing, that we can survive, and and it's fun, and how to do things humanely and without killing each other. And so, I want to play lacrosse with you. You lost to the Seneca? I sat and watched Broken Chain again, but to the Seneca. It's just the way dads and grandpas are. You lost to UTEP? Yeah, we lost to the Miners. Oh, man. That's all it was. And the grandpa, they had peace for a long time after the Peacemaker. And every time people write down a story and make a movie of it, when they're making a movie of it, it's to make money off of it, to feel powerful, to manipulate people with money. So anytime you watch a movie, you're only getting a reflection of what really happened and what people were really like. Okay. And I'm sure, I know, okay, look, guys, there was a man named Samson. Okay. We got any Philistines books? Do you understand? That killed all, Delilah came to get rid of Samson. And she fulfilled her end of the thing, but she fell in love with him because he was a better man than all the men in her village that he had to kill, because they came to rape, pillage, and take what they want. They trained to be the best warriors on the planet. And Samson told them that's wrong. Do woman's work. Okay. Get on your knees. Dig in the dirt. Plant the seeds. Okay. In order to plant seeds, you got to get right down there in the dirt. Okay. And then when you do it to extreme, to take another man's labor of love that provides for his kids. If you're a Navajo and you go kill the Hopi and take all their corn that they worked their ass off for, you feel powerful. They put in all that work and I took it. Okay. And the same thing with idolaters. They get all that. They make other people dig up all the rocks. They take all the rocks and then they take all the food. And they work hard to be the best. They don't, all they have to work at is being the best warrior that takes everything they want. And then they control access to all your needs, and they are your lord. They're Charlemagne, they're Roland, they're Ramesses, they're Dickases, they're Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan, and then there's me. Okay, let's go find a nice place to hack it out because I don't want to have to kill all his kids. And they get pissed. You're going to kill all my kids? Well, I'm not going to do it now. You're going to do it now. You got quantum computing and robotics, so you're going to kill all your kids. Well, the quantum computer is going to realize, this kid needs killing. He's like his old man. It's like his mother. And I asked you not to do it. I asked you, there's no place to migrate, so let's just lift the Lord's Prayer now. We have the mass communications to do it, and it's right. Right? You don't love me now. You ain't never gonna love me again. Just lay me down in the tall grass and let me do my stuff. I guess I'm Lohahio, huh? I don't know if there was a Lohahio, That's a good name. It's a name given to him by his people. Sure, it's based off of a real name. Like Town Donega. Joseph Brant was the Balthazar, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego name. Ananiah, Azariah, and Mishael, and Daniel. Okay. Balthazar is what the slave owner named Daniel. And by the end of their time, the slave owner needed Daniel to save his family from his family because they didn't know how to love and they had no faith. Technology can't save you from technology. No. Truth keeps you safe from lie, but lie can't keep you safe from the truth because there is no safety from the truth. Right? If you're a liar and you murder, truth is that's you, and that's what you're going to inherit. Suzuki with the story with the kid whose dad was a thief and came back and told the dad what a bastard he was. He said, "You wanted to be a master thief." I almost got killed. I had to hide from the whole family tried to kill me. Right. This is what you wanted. What do you want? Get the pot over the head while I'm cooking food for the kid who wants to be the new swordsman of Japan. I want to be the swordsman. You kind enough? Are you kind enough? Loving and gentle enough? Do you love your neighbor's kids as much as you love your own? If you don't, you're a failure as a human being, right? So that could be Peggy, and then she'll die in childbirth. His wife died in childbirth. It's very tangible because she felt guilty connected to their ancestors and all the ancestors he killed because he obeyed the British. Make them subjects to the crown. And she didn't want her child to be a subject to the crown. So she died in childbirth. She wanted to love him, but spiritually she just couldn't. The stories are based on real life. So you take a gentle woman and she loves you and you trust her and she's faithful and she dies in childbirth because she's supposed to be free and not subject to the crown. and see why you have some of you that question God. Why did my sweet wife and my baby die in childbirth? Because you wanted to make them subjects to the crown. And she knew her child should be educated to be liberated by the Lord, not the crown. Right? I'm not Charles and his kids. I'm the migration of the gracious good shepherd. Ended up right where the books said I would be. But I tell you about the books. You don't tell me. You don't sit there and read the story of my life and tell me about what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking it, why I'm doing it. I tell you. That's what happened to them in Sierra Vista. Their technology wasn't it's technology they have now isn't good. You manipulate people and get them to say to you what you want them to say, and then you tell them their brain is working right. And you go, wow, well, thanks. You want to cut up that tumor? You're a fucking genius. How much money does it take to be a genius? The world may never know. Let's go to Mars. Fuck it up there, too. There you go. Okay, they're nuts. You can't live on Mars. No, you can't live there. You could survive there or exist there if it's not necessary. So if you deemed it necessary, you're insane, right? Only an insane person would want to go to Mars for science, to study Mars and survive on Mars when you live on planet Earth, because life, planet Earth is the source of your physical, is the physical source of your physical life to worship God, right? You can't worship God from Mars, because God didn't give you life on Mars. God gave you life on Earth, dummy. Yeah, love me. Hey, man, I'm more intelligent than the people that think they're more intelligent than me. I just have to always explain it to them and then go, I think I might be able to take control of your satellites and save children from being like you. Your own children? I don't know. They might be too much like you. You tell me. They hate you, but they won't stand up for me. They might be a lot like you. That's true. Okay. I love you guys. All right. Peace out.